Lek and Greg Vegan Camp, the 1st of January 2025. Happy New Year! It's getting a little bit, December has been a little bit cold, but not too cold. So we had night temperatures down to 13 degrees. And when you don't have proper insulation in the housing structures, it gets quite cold. We'll have the similar temperatures in the night in January and into February, but then everything gets warmer. I'm surprised about the air quality right now. It's quite good for December, and when we enter January it'll probably get worse, but definitely because it just gets drier and drier. We had some rainfall in December, so that helped a lot. What I've been doing during December is to take care of the trees, because they have a lot of worms. There are different insects: mango leaf hoppers, mango webbers, and also the mango stem borers. And also trying to close off all the small holes around in the building, so the air quality inside the building will get better. We will have more sealing done in the building, so the air quality can be even better. So my aim is to have it close to zero inside the building here, where we actually sleep now, because where we slept before over there, we had it's closer to the neighbors, and when it's cold, everybody is just burning in the evening and they are burning in the morning, and it just doesn't smell very good. So if you're nearby the neighbors or other humans, it's just harder to keep a good air quality nearby where you live. But with the proper air filtration and setup inside the housing, it's not a big deal. And what is also really nice coming from rainy season into the dry season is that you can actually dry your clothes, your towel, everything can get dry. So that's very nice. So you can see the mango tree here, for example. It has been cut down. It's just like this one is just not super healthy. Maybe it will die, maybe it will survive. And it's just been cut multiple times. And then in the end, I'm just using this spoke from a bicycle and just digging out the worms, because they might live nearby somewhere. And and then putting in some coffee mixed with diatomaceous earth and other stuff sometimes. What I'm looking for is like small grubs falling down, and then I just remove them to see if there's new ones coming. And yesterday I managed to dig out a worm from this tree too, and they are just like, and then putting in the patch, because if there are like small worms or eggs inside, we want to make sure they die or suffocate or whatever, because we don't want all the trees to die. But the good thing about that we cut down a lot of trees is that they're not so high, one thing, and the other thing, there are less of them, because many of them died. And when there are less of them, we have more time to take care of each tree. So when there's more time to cut the trees around, then it's just everything becomes easier and the trees become healthier. But even though I just managed this tree multiple times, it seems like, as you can see down here, there's like new grubs there, or new stuff coming out of the tree. So there is a worm inside there I need to find with the bicycle spoke, because we don't want to cut the trees much more now, because they will not have much water, because there will be not much rain the next 3-4 months, if at all. And then also when the worms are in nearby the big stem, the big stems around here, we don't want to. If we cut here, all these possible nice new shoots will of course all be gone, and that's not good, because all these, the green stuff, keeps everything a little bit cooler. And then if we cut everything down, everything will just be super hot and dry, and the trees will not be so happy. But in any case, the worms need to die, or need to get, because if we just let the worms be in there, the branch will die anyway, in most cases. So the cafe is still alive, and have a good day. And this is one of the first trees I managed after the big piachakachan, the grasshopper, mango leaf hopper infestation came. It was just terrible, but this tree is still nice. Nice tomatoes coming up. The broccoli didn't do very well, but some of the kalam, or they call it in English, not the kale, but the cabbage is doing well. Some cucumbers are coming up. More tomatoes. A lot of chillis, we will not be hungry. Pumpkin growing. In this season it's pretty rare, but we are giving it a bit of water. It's growing in the compost pile. Let's see. I mean, we had before, when we were watering around, we had pumpkin in the dry season too. Before, but now we might have it again. And wow, right now, so many papayas. So if you want to eat some papaya, you can come by and have some. And also, these are primarily used for papaya salad, but when they ripen up, they're quite nice. They're not so sweet, but they're very watery, and yeah, I like them too. I'll need to, that one. I need to get that one, 100%. Yeah, it's a beautiful one. Oh yeah, and all the beans have been cut down, and you can see a dead mango tree here in front. But all the beans have been cut down. And I picked a lot of beans, and even the old beans that already were dry. Now I'm just using half an hour some days, 1 hour other days, and just peeling them. And then we eat beans from the garden every day. So we had really a lot of beans this year. I didn't expect so many beans, but they grow well here every year almost. So now I smell smoke. I don't know from where it comes from, but some people are burning. And this area, there you go. Hello, Hima and Mimi. What happened? Sawadee Pimai. Happy New Year, Hima. Oi. Oi. The plastic really helps keeping the moisture in the soil, and Mimi, walk by. Really keeps the moisture and the weeds away, so it's easy to grow. Doesn't look very nice, but some of the weeds here are impossible to kill otherwise, and we don't want to use chemicals to kill the weeds, so this is An okay way to do that, I think. And here is a rare pumpkin growing, a long type that is very expensive in Thailand. Let's see if these guys will grow here in the dry season. There are already 4 of them growing around the fruit here, you can see. Wow, Hima is running. It's a rare sight. Maybe, what is it called in English? I don't know. Tell me in the comments below. The New Year something, New Year promise that you want to change your life, become better, or something like that. In Danish, it's called nytårsforsæt, and I had to paint these with a mix of glycol something with boric acid to minimize the amount of bugs eating the stairs. And then I'll give them, I think I gave them 2 or 3 times, and then I'll give them some kind of oil to protect them after they dry a bit. And this is the view in the morning. In the morning, sometimes it's a mix of morning moisture, like fog, and now smoke, because somewhere people are burning 100%. So in a month or 2, you will not be able to see the mountain at all, whole day. Yeah, we need to go inside because otherwise we cannot breathe anymore. Some nice purple flowers. Flowers and diversity in the garden is something that I have talked about before, but I appreciate it more and more, because the diversity just makes it the whole biodiversity in the garden just higher, with different types of birds, insects that can battle an infestation. Now it's just it seems much easier to manage all the different plants, because when we have an infestation in the mangoes, it's just difficult to spread, because there are a few of them. They're not so tall, and the spacing between them is just much bigger. So that's a very big plus. And also I saw some mango leaf hoppers. I think the grasshopper things. Wow, they were in the tall grass, and I can see now why many areas with orchards keep the grass very low, because they don't want insects spreading. If you have very tall grass with moisture, there is a lot of morning moisture, and many of these insects, they love moisture and shade, and that's why you need to prune the trees and you need to cut the grass, so there's like sunshine and not so many dry spots and moist spots where eggs can be laid and other bugs and insects can come and damage the plants that produce fruit for us that we want to eat. And this is just something that I didn't do much earlier, or I believed in other ways of nature, but in nature you don't see orchards like this. You don't see 200 plus mango trees in a small area like this. So that's one of the different things around, and what has changed that is not natural anymore. Our gardener Pichamrat, he comes and takes care of different types. This is, I think, it's different type of papaya. It just becomes easier when you have somebody who knows how to manage an orchard, so we can mix knowledge of how to manage different plants and different trees. We have our way and he has his way, and then when we mix the information, then it just makes everything grow. And Khao Tom had an operation, I think it was on Christmas Eve. She had a problem with her womb, and now she has been sterilized. Everything, all her reproductive organs have been removed, and that made her survive. So the fruit stash right now, it's overwhelming.